Bruh. Bruh, I've been muted this whole time. Bruh, I've been muted this whole time. Yo, Savvy. Thank you for saying something. I muted myself when I went to the bathroom. This whole time I've been talking. Yo, love you too. It's been a while. This whole time I've been talking, and it's a good thing we're not far. Thank you for saying something. It's a good thing we're not far into the list. Let's start over. Let's start over. Let's start over. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. I'm gonna start over though. I'm gonna start over. So fuck man. Alright, I'm gonna do a quick little rundown of what I was saying originally. So having played the game for 900 hours, having beaten every checklist on every character at least once, having done all the things it takes to get Death Certificate, I feel qualified now to be able to make a tier list on this game. This is my favorite characters, my characters that I enjoy playing in order. This is not the most powerful characters. This is not objective at all. This is completely my opinion. My favorite characters that I would enjoy playing over, you know, a character that I. So the way I set up my top tier, streak tier, think Eden. What is a character that you would want to play? You could play this character 20 times in one day and you're going to be happy with it. You're going to have a good time playing this character 20 times in a row. 20 times in a row. That is what I would call streak tier. I'll play this character 10, 20, 30 times straight, and it's going to be amazing every single time. No complaints. It's always going to be good. You're always going to be powerful. 5 gifted subs tier. I'm not playing this character unless you pay me. What business do I have playing this character? They're that bad unless I'm getting some benefit out of it. What business do I have playing this character? They're that bad. They're just that bad. Don't forget about items you gotta unlock for a reason. I would put Lost in A tier and not S tier. Oh yeah, Lost is not streak tier for me. I don't think he might be streak tier. Lost is probably just amazing for me. We'll see. I don't wanna spoil anything too crazy, but yeah, I like the top and bottom tier being like very clear streak tier. Best characters in the game. If you streak them, they have to be amazing characters, or you just love the character that much that you would streak them. 5 gifted subs, ain't no way I'm playing this character unless you pay me. Unless you pay me, I'm not playing this character. And I like everything else kind of just being like a what is it, an adjective? Everything is kind of just a simple describing word in between. I like that. I like that. Now let me think. Let me think. Am I missing anything? I can't believe I did like the first 5 minutes or 10 minutes of whatever of my list without even with my damn mic muted. That's okay though. If it wasn't for you, I don't know. I don't know what I would be doing. Don't forget about the items. Yep, I love Lost, one of my favorites. But the greedier grind, you gotta. It is tough. Yeah, it is very tough. That's why like the keeper's going very low. That's for sure. But yeah, let's not talk about that till we get it. So Isaac from The Binding of Isaac. He's going in streak tier. This is arguably the best character in the game. He's definitely a really good character to clear because he has amazing checklists. But Isaac, amazing character from The Binding of Isaac. Incredible character. Starts with the D6. Starts with the same stats every game. 3 red heart canisters. He is amazing. The D6 is very strong. Very, very strong. You can walk into a room. You don't like the item you see? Boom. Roll it into a different item. I just dropped my joints on myself. Boom, roll it into a different item. You're very happy. You're very happy. You have the best part about this character is that you have power. You are not tied down to what RNG gives you. You have control over the game. Very, very powerful. Very, very powerful. He allows you to I think it's fuck. It's a so the destiny. Sorry, forgive me. I'm stoned. The description for Tainted Cain is no destiny. This character actually has no destiny because with the D6 you can control everything. Rigging for sure. Rigging is right. That is a perfect example of why this character is amazing, Safi. So for example, we played a run of this character earlier for fun. I just wanted to do a for fun Isaac run. It's been a while. Go angel rooms, roll some key pieces. You walk into a secret room. Let me paint you the picture. You walk into a secret room. You see Missing No and Esau Jr. You're pissed. You're pissed. You don't want those items. Out of all the secret room items, you're going to give me Missing No and Esau Jr.? On any character you walk into that room, you're pissed. But on Isaac, you walk into a room and you see 2 secret room pedestals on the ground and you have a roll up, you're happy. You're pogging actually. You're very happy. You're like you're starting to get excited. Right when you walk into that secret room, you start to you're like, "Oh, you know what's about to happen when you press When you press spacebar, when you press L2, you know something amazing is gonna happen, and then boom, you get chaos. Boom, you get cracked, or what's the crown item? Orb. You get sacred orb, spin down dice. You get some crazy stuff on this character. You can do some crazy stuff on this character, and that is why he. I don't think he's my favorite character, but if I had to pick a character to win a run with, it would probably be this character. If I had to pick any character out of what the 34 characters in the game to win a run, it would most likely be this character because of his flexibility, because you're pretty much not tied down to anything. If you have general game knowledge, if you can take advantage of item charges, you know how to manage your resources, get into your secret rooms, use your roles as best as possible, this character is insanely powerful. Definitely, maybe not definitely, but arguably the best character in the game by far, and will probably be at the top of the streak tier. At the we'll see once the list is all said and done. Of course, the game is named after this guy. He's amazing. Also, walk into a secret room and find a reverse justice and judgment card, and just use game. There's so much you can do. Like, you can walk into a secret room. Exactly, you take a judgment what is it, judgment card into a secret room, spawn a beggar, spawn a health up. You can roll that shit into spin down dice or something. You can roll your health up, take a pedestal somehow. There's so many ways in the game to spawn a pedestal, even if you don't have like rigging items yet. Just a judgment and a reroll is rig. That's literally rig potential right there. It's so easy. This character is amazing. Amazing. You can play him as a new player with not much knowledge, and you can make him work. And if you're a pretty experienced player with knowledge, he does insane things. You can get 2 free items from angel rooms. You walk into an angel room, you see. I feel like I'm blabbering, but I could talk about this character all day. He's amazing. He's an amazing character. One more thing, you walk into a angel room, you see 2 angel statues, you blow them both up, that's plus 2 angel items right there for the cost of nothing. For free, you just get 2 angel room items. This character is amazing. This character is amazing. I think he's more than amazing. He's the best. He is the best. This is a character that I could probably play literally all day and I'd be happy with it. The runs would always be amazing on this guy. Next, Magdalene. Magdalene for me is very good or great because of my playstyle. Again, this list, I'll say one more time. Again, this list is characters based on how much I like to play them. You have to think about everyone plays the game differently. Isaac is so deep. Isaac is so deep. Like, everyone plays the game differently. I mean, the challenge is ass, but starting with a free sacrum is cool. Right. So, this character, 4 red hearts, full health pill, Yum Heart. That is very powerful. This is the only character in the game that can just play a sacrum on the first floor for existing. There's no other character in the game that can just play a sacrum on the first floor for existing. That is insanely powerful. That is insanely powerful, and I feel like people do not give enough credit. Everyone knows how strong red hearts are, but this is the red heart character. Why does this character get so much flack? I personally don't understand it. Red hearts are being able to use red hearts is one of the strongest things in the game, in my opinion. And this character literally controls that. That is her genre. That is literally her. I love this character because I love to play blood donos. I love to play sacrums. I love to put myself on 1 HP to go into boss trap rooms, and this character can do it safely. You can put yourself on 1 HP off of a sacrum or a curse room, walk into the boss trap room, and heal yourself with your Yum Heart. You can't be punished on this character. She's amazing. She's good for new players. She's good for experienced players. You can do a lot on this character. It's not anything like Isaac. It might even be 2, and it might just be very good. She might just be a very good, because I don't know if she's just 2 rows below Isaac. Because she's like not amazing, but she is great. What she can do is great, but she's not good at everything. You don't have rerolls. She is slow. I have to consider the fact that she is slow, but that is something that I feel like is not that bad. Because of your Yum Heart, because of your 4 hearts, it makes sense that she's slow. And you can fix that very easily. You get 1 speed up and then you're fine. But of course that's the only downside of the character, right? Is her speed. I don't really agree with everyone hating this character because of her low speed. You obviously can't take any speed down items if you're still, what is her base speed? 0.85, I think? I think she's 0.85 speed start if I'm not mistaken. The only time that really comes into effect is when you get to like like the depths or the womb. You can play pretty much the entire game with slightly under base speed. It's fine. Some rooms you're gonna get hit, but it's not that big of a deal, and because of the nature of the character, you can get away with taking some extra hits. I feel like she makes a lot of sense. She fits really good for my playstyle. Yeah, she's great. I love this character. I just don't know if she's very good or great. I'll put her great for now. I really like this character, and I always have, so I'll leave her in great for now. I think that's a good spot. Kain. I think Kain's also great. I think Kain's also amazing. So these characters are a little bit. I would say Kain probably better than Maggie. This guy gets all good pills. Lockpick star. You're opening all your gold chests for free. That's amazing. That's really powerful. He has good stats as well. Good speed, bad range, but that can be dealt with. He has amazing speed. You can dodge everything. You can dodge everything on this character. You can make all your rushes on this character. He has good base damage. 420 base damage. 420 base damage, I say, as I relight my joint. 420 base damage, that is amazing. Pills, speed, decent damage, free gold chest, free key for the starting library, planetarium basement 1, and an epic eye patch. Literally, and he has a sick eye patch. Like, that's great in itself. He has a dope eye patch. Very cool, very cool. This was the first checklist that I completed, I believe, was Kain. He was my favorite character for a while. So definitely a little bit biased, but I think everyone can agree this character is pretty solid. The only downside really he has is that he has a 2 HP start. 2 HP start. His birth rate is kind of boring in my opinion. The birth rate makes certain items useless though. I like the style. I do too. Or the style. Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. Okay, yeah. You're right, you're right. I see what you're saying. Yeah, Sty is useless on him, I'm pretty sure, and Blood Clot. I forget. I think Blood Clot is right eye actually, right? So yeah, Sty is useless on him. There's some stuff that don't work on him, but that's okay. He's still cool. I'm trying to think if there's anything I'm missing on him. He's amazing. He was the first character I completed. Literally, only downside to him is you have 2 HP, but he's the fastest character in the game and has good starting stats. So just dodge, and you'll be fine. He's a great character. You don't have to think about your pills. You see an unidentified pill on the ground, boom, you eat that shit, and you're happy, and you're pleased. That's great. That alone is great. This is a good character. I like Kain. Judas. 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 Judas is very good, I think. Judas is very good. Judas's damage is amazing. Judas's damage is amazing. But the character as a whole is just very good for me. One starting heart instantly makes him a challenge character. Some people try to make the argument that his damage is so good. Yes, of course, you have endgame damage floor 1, but you have 1 heart canister. You walk into a spike, you instantly die. You get hit by a champion, you instantly die. You could say skill issue, but this character is just objectively, if we were making if this was a difficulty tier list, this character would be up here as one of the harder characters in the game. Objectively, he is difficult. He is very strong. When he gets going, he is amazing. He's great for greed mode. He's like the king of greed mode. Boss rush is fun with him. He's a good character. He's a very good character, I would say. He is a very good character, I would say. His damage, again, his damage is amazing. His damage is amazing, but overall, just doesn't really work for me. It just doesn't really work for me. Fat damage multiplier, you start with the Book of Belial. It's cool. You're very strong, but I would personally prefer to play Eve. I know that there's people are like split. I would personally prefer to play Eve. Yeah, he's a beast in greed mode. He's a beast in greed mode. Exactly. 1 heart canister. You can't take the first devil deal. You literally can't take the first devil deal. Exactly. Exactly. That's another thing. You literally can't take the first devil deal. That's a big downside on this character, which could put him lower. But I think because of his damage, he needs to be up here somewhere just because of how strong he is in general. Again, this is how much fun. Like this is like how much fun I have playing the character. I love playing Judas, but at the same time he's hard. I might have to put him good, honestly. I might have to put him good. I think I have to lower him a little bit. I don't know if he's very good. First couple floors on this guy are really stressful, but then when you get going, he's very good to amazing. But he's tough, so I think he's just a good. I think he's just a good character for me. I think he's just a good character for me. He's hard. He's a hard character. Blue Baby. Horrible. Really bad. Really bad. Okay, really bad. I was gonna say 5 gifted sub tier, This is hard to say because I'm personally biased to this character, biased in a bad way, because this is the character who holds my longest loss streak ever. Blue Baby Greed mode, Blue Baby Greedier mode, for some reason, was the longest check mark it took me in the entire game to get. I was on a 77 loss streak doing Blue Baby Greedier. This character is actually not 5 gifted subs or horrible, but he's really bad. But he is definitely really bad. That is for sure. That is a for sure. Let's talk about Blue Baby. 3 Soul Heart start. You start with the poop. You start with okay stats and a slightly higher damage multiplier than the average. It's like a 0.05 higher damage multiplier. The character starts with innate, I believe it's larvae. I think that the item is called larvae, or it's a trinket called larvae. He starts with innate larvae. You kill poops, you get flies from them. That's pretty good. That's so strong, Kappa. Yeah, he starts with innate larvae. You get poops. You get flies from killing poops. You can get petrified poop. That's pretty strong. That doesn't. You can't consider petrified poop in his ranking though. You can't consider getting petrified poop on this guy makes him better. Of course it does, but you can't consider that in where you rank him. He's really bad. But I was gonna get into that. Devil deals are good on this character. He has a unique mechanic tied to him, which I wish was tied to his tainted version. You can get cheap devil deals on this guy, or rather, his soul hearts are considered red heart canisters. I think we're getting an ad. Good luck with that. His soul heart canisters are considered red heart canisters in the game, so a 2 heart devil deal is 2 soul hearts instead of 3 soul hearts. 1 red heart devil deal is 1 soul heart instead of 3 soul hearts. That's very powerful. Poop has some great utility as well. That is true, but that I wouldn't say that makes him any better. It does allow you to do some things. He can do some things. He has some agency in some situations. You can stack up some flies to kill a boss really fast, but his birthright and his birthright is kind of just mid. His birthright is kind of just mid in general. He's really bad for me. In terms of like how much fun I have playing the character, it might even be horrible. It might even be horrible. I think I'm going to put it here. I don't know if it's 5 gifted subs tier. Definitely horrible, though. This character is never, ever fun for me to play. Ever. I think I can confidently put him in horrible tier. I never have a good time playing this guy. I do feel like a smurf, though, when I block shots with the poop, because you can block shots with the poop. Like you can push enemies back with it. You can do stuff with the poop. It does feel nice when you block shots with the poop, and it makes me feel like I'm really good at the game when I do that. So I think just for when I do that, that makes the character a little more fun. So I think he's just really bad then. Eve. Remember when I said Eve might go over Judas? That was a lie. I thought about it a little more. I don't know if Eve goes over Judas. I do like Eve, but I don't know if it's over Judas for me. I do really, really like Eve, but I find that you need to, like, the way I look at this character is you need to, like, you need a curse room start, you walk into the curse room and you get soul hearts from the curse room. Otherwise, it's like these characters are almost the same character. I want to say these guys are equal. I don't think one is higher than the other. I wish I could say that these guys were equal. Let's just say that they are. I think that they're equivalent. It's tough. Nani? What's up, Drunk Dad? Welcome in. Welcome in. I think these are like the same character to me. These guys are equally as fun to play for me. I cheesed Eve Greedier with Razorblade and Nodleaf. Huh? How'd you do that? How'd you do that? Eve can enter curse rooms. Yeah, because Razor has utility. Razor does have utility. Deadbird does exist. It is an item. Deadbird does exist. That is true. I think they're equal for me. So Eve, does Eve have 3 canisters? I think Eve starts with 3 canisters. She has intrinsic W of Babylon. She has 2 canisters. Okay, she has 2 canisters. She has intrinsic Babylon effect. Her Babylon is really strong too. I don't know. I'm pretty sure she has like her Babylon is stronger if I'm not mistaken. Cuz in the tooltip Babylon gives you 1.5 damage, but her Babylon is really strong. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I know. Because in a daily I lost it. I hit a red room. I hit a reroll room and it took away my Babylon. Why is even Judas so low? These are how much fun I have playing the characters. This isn't in terms of strength. This is my personal how much I like playing the characters, how much fun I have playing the characters. This isn't like in terms of just like raw strength. This is like how much I enjoy playing them. Right, and you only need one heart canister on your Babylon. Yeah, I think these guys actually I would say these guys are very good and they're tied. I think these guys are very good and they're tied. Still, thinking about it more, they're definitely very good. I have a lot of fun playing them, but they both have like a they have like a challenge to them because like sometimes you have to be stuck on 1 HP for Eve, and then same with Judas, you obviously start with 1 HP. That thing's dead. Oh, you obviously start with 1 HP. I don't really enjoy playing these guys too much because of the difficult times you have playing them. I don't being on 1 HP is scary. So like the early floors can be scary on these guys, but these are characters that when they get going, they're really strong, which is why I would say they're very good. These characters are more consistent for me in my runs. I find a lot more. The early floors are never scary on these characters, and you can just consistently get going with these characters. These characters you have to get good or die. And I like that. I like that. Exactly. Yeah. Maggie's like that. That's definitely Maggie's gimmick. That's whenever I imagine Maggie, I'm like, okay, yeah, we're hitting a sack room, first floor, and we're getting something off of it. That's what I always imagine. That's what I think of whenever I think of Maggie, and that's why I like her. I really like red heart canisters. That's why she'll be high up there. Samson is great, I think. Samson might even be amazing, actually. I think Samson is great. I think Samson is great for me. I'm not sure if he's amazing. Samson is really good. He's might be he definitely is the king of red hearts. I think he has 3. I think this guy has 3 red heart canisters to start, right? You can get up to 9.5 damage off of your bloody lust. He starts with bloody lust and that's it, right? Isn't that it? He just starts with bloody lust and a pill, or is it just bloody lust? And after you beat ultra hard, you get the thing. You get the stupid trinket. I've never gotten to use the trinket though. After you beat ultra hard, you get the stupid trinket on this character. So all things considered, with bloody lust, with the heart trinket, it's a really good character, really strong character. Being able to get what? So 3.5 to 9, 9.5. That's 6. Being able to get 6 damage for free off of your passive. You just go hug a spike room or something. You have 9.5 damage first floor. It's very strong. You can pick how you want to play on this character. You can be the Giga Chad who runs into the spike door and plays the floor on half a heart, but you have 9.5 damage, so you're chilling. Or you can get hit and then slowly get your damage boosts. I'm reiterating what I've heard someone say pretty much exactly what I'm saying right now before. I'm kind of just reiterating, but it describes the character perfectly. You can play him however you want to play. You can play a passive style, or you can just say fuck it, send it, give me my damage, which is fun. I really like that. I think I would put Samson in terms of how much fun I have playing him. He might be up here. I'm gonna put him top of great for now. No, I'll put him up here. I'm gonna put him top of great for now. I think. I also think 10 tiers is too much. I'm coming to the conclusion that 10 tiers is definitely too much. We might have to take away some tiers in the future. 10 tiers is way too much. 10 tiers is definitely way too much. But yeah, Samson will go top of great for now. I like that, I think. I like that a lot. Azazel. I think that's gotta go in streak tier. What I'll do is, because I wouldn't streak this character. Welcome back, Safi. I don't think I would streak this character. This isn't, no, that's a lie. I could play this character 20 times in a row and I would still love it every time. Just every run is going to be different. Sometimes you don't get a range up and then you hate your life. Okay, yeah, he's amazing actually. I wouldn't streak this character, but every run on this character is amazing, I would say. I just can't see like this it would get old after a couple runs playing this character, I think. It probably would. Like obviously when you're starting out, it doesn't get old. Yeah. He's definitely too easy. He's super silly. I don't think streak tier, but he's definitely amazing. Like in terms of how fun you're having, how much fun you're having playing the character, I think he is amazing. Like with just how strong he is. Definitely not streak tier though. Just it gets old. Like it gets old. But when you're playing him, he's amazing. Like as a new player playing this guy, you feel like you're the best. You feel like you're the best at the game. You just fucking walk into a boss room and fucking one shot it. Like it's so good. Like the so much fun. Like so much good memories playing this character. Definitely amazing. No red heart starts make him slightly weaker for devil deals. It's definitely baby mode. Yeah, 100% baby mode. Agreed. But I like baby mode every now and then. Every now and then baby mode is nice. Every now and then we like baby mode. Yeah, you kind of can't take your first devil deals on this character unless you get a health up. It's kind of awkward, but you don't really need. The thing about this character is all you need is a couple stats up and maybe one range up, and you're chilling. Like, this character is so strong. You literally only, you don't even need anything, but what you want is just a couple things, you know? Free full card, free curse room access. The character is amazing, I would say. I don't think he's streak tier, but he's amazing. I think he's definitely amazing. I had a lot of fun playing this guy. Very good character. Lazarus. Lazarus. So Lazarus has a good gimmick behind him. How much fun I have playing the character, though? Actually, I think Laz is very good. See, we have too many tiers. There's way too many tiers. We'll figure out the we'll figure it out later. I think Lazarus is very good, but I don't have as much fun playing Lazarus as I do as playing Judas. Laz can be way more annoying than even Judas can be. But then again, you don't have to unalive yourself. You can do what you please on this character. It's okay, yeah. It's okay. So you can, like, you dying the first 2 floors feels great on this character. But then it gets awkward late game if you want to keep doing it, but you obviously want to keep doing it. I would say he's I don't have as much fun playing Judas or Laz as I have playing Judas and Eve. Good or decent for sure. So the res mechanic is very good. For the first couple floors it feels great. You can be really beefy, but then I've said this many times. I know I'm like a broken record right now, but later in the run you're not going to be in a position to be able to do it. If they don't give you soul hearts and stuff on the ground, if you're like, you don't want to put yourself on like 1 red heart canister just to get that little damage boost, it doesn't really feel good. That doesn't really feel good. The first couple floors, he feels great though. I'll say first couple floors, great, but overall experience playing the character is probably just good. Definitely not as good as these guys. He's good. So what is Laz? He's 3 heart canisters. You start with anemic after unlocking anemic. His base stats are Isaac, but then when you die, you get really strong. Oh, and you start with a random pill as well. You start with a random pill as well, which is interesting. He's just good, I think. Yeah, he's just good. He's just good. If you're playing as Deadlaz the whole time, the character's amazing, but there's a reason you're not playing as Deadlaz the whole time. He's just good, I think, for that reason. I think he's just good for that reason. He can always take Devil Deal. That is one of the things I like about him. Yeah, that is one of the things I like about him. That's when I did my Lazarus checkmarks. That's pretty much what I did. I would always die on the Devil Deal room. It always felt weird, but it also felt good because I was just getting boosted. It felt so good every time. Like, don't have enough heart canisters. Yeah, exactly. Just take both. Fuck it. Yeah, fuck it. We ball. But I think the character is still just good for me in terms of how much fun I have playing him. He's good. He's good. I like it. Eden. So this is where I have to really think about this a lot. For me, I don't know if Eden is streak tier for me. Obviously, Eden Streak is the name. Everyone on Twitch streaks Eden. But I think Eden is just amazing for me. I don't think Eden is streak tier. I am very particular. I'm gonna drop him in amazing, and then before you guys sue me, like before you guys sue me, I'm gonna say my piece. So I'm very particular. When I play characters, I play a character, I pick them, I learn how they work, and then I spam them. I do their whole checklist at that time. That's how I did pretty much every character in the entire game. That's how I like to do things. I am very particular. I get used to the character's stats. Like Kane's stats, I love Kane's stats. Kane's stats are amazing. I get used to the stats. You can't get used to Eden's stats. That is literally the only reason I'm putting him not in streak tier. I don't like the idea that I can start with 3 soul hearts and 1.8 tiers. The off chance that happens once when I'm playing this character is just enough for him to not be one of my favorite characters in the game, just a little bit lower. He's a lot of fun and I love gambling, but if I'm picking like a character that I want to win the game with, you're obviously, I mean, maybe you are picking this character because, I mean, streakers, right? But if you had to pick all the characters, nobody's saying that this is the strongest character. That's for sure. Nobody's saying this is the strongest character. Again, this is my list of how much fun I have playing the character. Because if I click on Eden, and I get fucking C-section star, hallelujah, hallelujah, he's up here. We need to make another tier for him, like on my wall all the way up there. but when I click on Eden and I get 0.2 tears and Mom's bra start, I'm just holding R and we're going next Eden. But you can always do that. Everyone plays the game differently. Yeah, me, Eden's not streak tier, believe it or not. He's just amazing for me. I really like the character. He is amazing. I love gambling. He is amazing, that's for sure. That is for sure. The Lost. I think The Lost is amazing. Again, I don't know if The Lost is streak tier, but I think The Lost is amazing. This character is always fun. He's a really good challenge. He might be top of amazing. This character is really, really fun. I don't think he's streak tier for me, but he's really, really fun. It's a good challenge. You start with no health, Flight, Spectral, and the Eternal D6. Oh, and Holy Mantle, of course. Holy Mantle, of course. C-section D6 as Eden? Oh my god, that's the best Eden start in history. But yeah, so this guy starts with no health, Holy Mantle start, Eternal D6 start, Flight Spectral. That's amazing. When you really think about all of that and the power the power of all those items put together. That's insane. Flight and Spectral, I would say a very large percent of rooms. Say 7, maybe not 7. Say 50-50. 50-50 that you can just hide on a rock and clear the room safely as a character with Flight and Spectral. The Eternal D6, you're going to see items like health ups, of course, on this character. You don't want a health up, boom, roll it. You weren't going to take a health up anyway. A health up is going to do nothing for you, so just roll it, boom. If it disappears, it disappears. It is what it is. Or you roll it into Polyphemus, and then that's fucking amazing. That is great. The Holy Mantle is incredibly strong. Being able to take 1 hit per room for the entire game is insane. That is literally infinite hits. That's more hits than any other character can ever take. Literally. What other character can take 1 hit per room for the entire game and not get punished for it? I can't think of how is that possible? There's no way. If you get hit once every room in the dark room on a character with red hearts, you're dead. But on the Lost, you can get hit once every room for the entire game. On the Womb, once you get to those full heart floors, you die. If you get hit once every room, you're dead. On this character, obviously, if you get hit once every room on this character, you're probably going to die a lot. But it's just the fact that you can. That is so strong. That is so strong. You can basically get hit infinite times on this character. It's amazing. You get free devil deals. You can get 9 lives on this character. There's a lot of items that are free win. Does Heartbreak work on this character? I would think not. But if Heartbreak works on this character, that's insane. You get 9 lives, you win the game for free. This character is amazing. I don't think he's streaked here, but he is amazing. He was one of my favorite clears. At first, I was intimidated to play him because, of course, it's as a new player coming into Isaac, I'm playing the first couple A-side characters. I'm playing Azazel. I'm thinking about playing The Lost. I'm like, oh, there's no way we're ever playing that character. There's just no way. But I mean, we did it, and he's actually fun. We found out that he's actually an amazing character, in my opinion. You can't lose perfection. That's true. Right. There's a lot of items like that, like Pashkal Candle. You're gonna keep. I think it's Pashkal. I'm not sure. You keep those tiers forever, for literally ever. You'll have that 2.0 tier bonus from Pashkal forever. You can take, obviously you don't want items on taking damage, but you don't have to worry about them. Like, you're never going to proc a Curse of the Tower. Stuff like that is just never going to happen on the Lost. It's an amazing character. Painful, Greedy, or Mantle unlock. He always gets deals. Take him for free. Perfection is busted. Some items are useless. Birthright exists. True. Birthright does exist. Yes. Amazing character to me. Definitely amazing character. He goes top of amazing for me. That sounds about right. Lilith is... So for me, I think Lilith goes at the top of very good. I think she goes to the top of very good. I find her hard to aim with for a while. Like, not playing her consistently, not playing her like 3 games in a row consistently, it takes you a while to get used to that Incubus aim. This character is incredibly strong. She starts with a red heart canister, which you can do stuff with, but it's a red heart canister and 2 black hearts. So you will get punished for poor play. You will get punished very fast for poor play. She also starts with, she's blindfolded and she shoots out of her Incubus, but the Incubus deals your damage. So, The Cambion is very strong. If you get a lot of red hearts, you can play Cambion Conception. You can get some crazy familiars. It's she's very strong. I find her fun. I find her fun late game, but early game she's tough. I find. I feel a lot like very comparable to even Judas. Early game she can be tough, but late game, if you're able to play your Cambion, you maybe, I don't know, maybe you go Devil Deals, maybe you go Angel Deals. You have your box of friends. You get one strong familiar like Seraphim. That's 20. That's extra 20 damage. You know, Twisted Pair, Cambion, like you exactly. It's like Succubus. Cambion Conception is a really strong item and has a really strong familiar pool, like really strong familiar pool. So that's just her having that item is very strong. It's just, are you going to be able to play it because you have one red heart start, or is the game going to give you more health? Are you going to be able to use that Cambion? Every game is different, but I look at these three characters really similarly. Like you can struggle early game because like you have this incubus and you can't aim it because I don't know. Like I have a hard time aiming this. I will admit, like I have to play the character for a while and get used to it, and then I can aim it. But for her early game woes, assuming maybe some people don't have them, if you can deal with her early game maybe being a little hard, late game she is amazing. Late game is amazing. Jay Esau. I find that the difference between them is like you just need to you need to focus on dodging. Oh, these characters are comparable because it's like you really need to focus on dodging more than you have to focus on dealing damage on those characters. On Jacob, Esau, Lilith, dodging is #1 priority for sure. Obviously, dodging is probably #1 priority at all times, but it really feels like you need to focus on your positioning on these characters. It's very important because you're not shooting out of your eyes. Obviously, they don't have the same problems, but they have similar problems. Jacob Esau's going in a low tier, that's for sure. That's for sure. You guys like that water ASMR? Is a devil fetus and not a red stomach? I had no idea what it was. I had no idea what it was, actually. I also don't know what Lilith's birth rate is. I don't know what Lilith's birth rate is. I'm completely unsure. Alright, well that's that. She's very good to me. Lilith is very good to me. Now, Keeper is horrible. Keeper's horrible. In my opinion, this character is awful. He's worse than really bad, that's for sure. I'd rather play Blue Baby than play Keeper. This character's horrible. You have to pay for your devil deals. He's awful. He is awful. You start with Triple Shot. Let's consider him when you have all of his unlocks, right? Because when you have none of his unlocks, this character is 5 gifted subs. This character is 5 gifted subs when you don't have his unlocks. He's the worst character in the game when you start with 2 coin hearts and you don't have the wooden nickel, you don't have shop key. Worst character in the game. All of his unlocks, he's still horrible. He's still horrible with all of his unlocks. He was my least favorite. He was my least favorite A-side clear for sure. For sure. Worse than these guys. Worse than these guys for sure. My least favorite A-side clear. I despise this guy, but he's not the worst thing I've ever seen in my life. I despise this guy. What do I not like about him, though? I haven't played this character in a while, so maybe he's a lot easier considering... Think I haven't played this character in like 500 hours. I literally haven't played this character in like 500 hours, so think... He's still horrible. No, he's still horrible. Nope. He's still horrible. He's horrible still. Lilith birthright makes all her familiars go in front of her. Oh yeah, that shit's amazing. Yeah, that shit's amazing. Yep. Yeah, that her birthright actually is amazing. This character's horrible in my opinion. Base Keeper, you would need to make a new tier for him, below 5 gifted subs, but Keeper with all of his unlocks is horrible. I can't really think of a good explanation besides I just despise this guy. He was my least favorite A-side clear by far. Yeah. He's awful. I feel like if I played him again, it'd be easier, but it would still be horrible. Apollyon, though. Yeah, let's just move on. I don't really want to get into great detail of why I despise this character. He's just bad. He's just bad, and I don't think anybody would really argue that too much. Apollyon, though. I think Apollyon is objectively very good. I think Apollyon is objectively very good. But playing this guy is just decent. I'm gonna be completely honest. Playing this guy is literally just decent. It's just decent. Yep. Yep, thank you. Literally. I've never thought that in my life either. I've never thought that in my life either. I think Apollyon is objectively very good, but this is not an objective tier list. This is my biased tier list as fuck, and this character is decent at best for me. I never enjoy playing this character. I'm not a big fan of raw stats. I like getting amazing passive items. I like to have the crazy passive items. I think 9 damage with just 9 damage is really boring, and I don't like that at all. The void item is really good. That's for sure. I'm not a fan of base stats. If you give me just 9 damage, like just a cricket's head, say you give me like just a cricket's head for the entire game, I'll be happy for the first couple floors, but I'm gonna start to be less happy later in the game. I really like cool passive items. Like I would prefer probably like some cool tier effect items like fruitcake, like all those tier effect items and some high tier rate over just like one really high damage stat. Apollyon's void is cool though because you can get really high tiers with that. You can get really high tiers with that because it'll break tier cap for you, which is strong. But he's still, in terms of how much fun I have playing this character, he's just meh. I think he starts with 2 heart canisters. The best thing that can happen on this character is you walk into a library and you see a bunch of cool books, and then you void all the books, and then you're happy. You get like a Satanic Bible, Book of Rev, Necronomicon, you get something like that, then you're happy. Then you're happy on this character. But still, I never have fun playing this character. His checklist was the most boring thing ever. I'm stuttering a lot today. His checklist was the most boring thing ever, in my opinion, to clear. He's just decent. He's just decent. The Forgotten. This is streak tier for me. I don't know if this is my favorite character in the game still, but after clearing A side, this was by far my favorite character in the game. After playing B side and just seeing the sheer power of the tainted characters, I don't know if this is still my favorite character in the game, but he is definitely up there. I think I have more fun playing this guy than I do Isaac. So I think I'll put him at the top of streak tier. I literally have talked about in the past how I wanted to do a streak on this character, and we'll call it Stone to the Bone streaks. I talked about this in the past. This is, I don't know if he's my favorite character, but he's top 2 and he might not be 2. He might not be 2. This character is amazing. I love Melee. Melee, you're going to see, like, I'm going to rank some characters a little bit higher than you might expect because I am very biased to Melee in this game. I will take the Spirit Sword every time I see it. That is one of my favorite items in the game. Spirit Sword tier 4 in my opinion. It blocks shots. It's 3 extra damage. It's ridiculously strong. It's even stronger on keyboard and mouse because you can double tap, and I don't play keyboard and mouse. I just know that it's stronger on that. This character is amazing. Incredibly strong melee character. You can throw your bone. That's whatever. I never really get into throwing the bone. That's whatever. Like, the throwing the bone is cool, but he is super strong right off the bat. You get 2 bone hearts, I think. That's 6 hits. That's 6, right? Yeah. You get 6 hits, right? You get 6 hits, but you also have a little soul attached to you by a chain. You basically get a Lost with Flight and Spectral with a health bar attached to you that gives you one-way curse room access. You can get into all your curse rooms for halfway free. Your soul is very strong if you choose to use him. I think this character is also objectively really strong. I think if you're playing this guy optimally at most times, it's so hard to take damage on this character. You can get in one shot like a problem, say in like rooms, right? You walk in, one shot like a problem enemy with your bone, boom. If you're getting collapsed on by something, you can dip away with your soul. You can hide on rocks. You can just use the soul to juke stuff. This character is so strong. I think objectively he in terms of strength, I would put him probably at the top as well, but in terms of fun, for me, this is might still be my favorite character. He's amazing. He is just straight up amazing. And I recommend the enhanced character portrait mod. It just replaces the portraits to give them all different poses. Yeah, sure. We can check that out. We can check that out. So yeah, I think this character is more than amazing. He's, I don't know. We'll get, as we go through the list, I'll think about who my favorite character is now that I've completed the game. I think it might still be this guy though. He's amazing. He's more than amazing. He's a great character. He's lots of fun. I guess sit here and talk about this guy all day, but maybe I'll end up doing like a series on this character and we can talk about him more then. Bethany. For me, Bethany. For me, Bethany. For me, Bethany. I know that this character is really good. If we're in terms of strength, actually no, this character's not stronger than Judy, is it? No, this character's not stronger than Judy. But Judy's a beast. How much fun I have playing this character though? I think I have a good amount of fun on this character. She's good. I think that actually Book of Virtue start is very good, I think. Book of Virtue start might be great, actually. Now that I think about it a little bit more, a big problem I have with this character is not getting my deals. Not having soul hearts is a big no-no for me. That's a big no-no for me. And that kind of drops her really low. But Book of Virtues is a win. Book of Virtues is an amazing item. Being able to get that's why Book of Virtues is so good. Getting that 100% angel deal floor 2, that's amazing. You have your wisps to protect you from your deals. Like you can get your deals from your wisps. Sometimes you get an abusable act. She's okay. She's great probably. She's great. I just feel like I feel like I can lump all these characters. Like I want to rename this tier hard to get going. Like I want to rename this tier like takes stuff to get, but they're very good. You know what I mean? Like I feel like I lump all these characters in they need something to get going, but then once they get going, they're amazing. See, I do not I prefer Tainted Beth. I prefer Tainted Beth, but we'll get to that. We'll get to that. I think getting deals on her makes her making it hard to get the deals on her makes her like lower than I would put her. Book of Virtues is amazing. Book of Virtues is amazing, right? But I think she's just very good for me. I feel like all these characters I lump into a very similar boat. Like I love them once I get going late game on should I consider like how I feel about them when I'm killing the final boss on this character? Or just my general consensus of how much fun I have playing them? I think she's very good. I think she's very good. Below tier. I like that. I like that actually. You know, I like that. I like that. Definitely amazing. Definitely great. Sometimes. This might even be... Okay, yeah, let's change this up a little bit. This might even be good. Needs a push. I actually really like that. I really like that. Needs a push. Because it feels like that a lot on this character. This guy's definitely... Yeah, that's definitely mediocre. And then what's bad? Let's say this is decent. This is mediocre. And then I think we're gonna swap these guys. I think. We're gonna swap these guys. Bad. Who are you? Bloat tier. Okay. Sure, I like it. I like it. Bloat tier. I like it. That's pretty creative. Oh, hello? Alright, where are we at? Bethany, she definitely needs a push for me. She definitely does need a push for me. That's for sure. She definitely do. Jacob and Esau? He's bloat tier, I think. Jacob Benitez has bloat tier, for sure. I don't even think I need to explain why. I'll just say one thing to describe the whole character. No dodging. That's how this character works. No dodging. He's 100% bloat tier. I don't think he's 5 gifted subs tier. He might be. He might be. I might give him the credit of being the first person in 5 gifted subs tier, or having the blessing of being the first person in 5 gifted subs tier. Hardest character in the game because you can't dodge. I'm a firm believer of like you can learn all the enemy's attack patterns in the game and no hit anything based off of pure skill, but you can't do that on this character. You can't do that on this character. And I'm like very much I'm never ever ever having fun on this character. I would never ever want to like unless I'm doing a second file, I would never want to play this character again unless someone's paying me. So yeah. I think he belongs there. I think they belong there. I think that's a good place for them. I would never want to play these guys again unless I'm literally getting paid for it or I'm doing a second file for some ungodly reason. Tainted Isaac though, let's move on. Tainted Isaac, I wish they had more synergies together too. Tainted Isaac is definitely streak tier. He goes right next to his untainted self, I guess. I think I prefer normal Isaac. Do I though? I think he's definitely streak tier for me. This character is amazing. I fell in love right when I walked into a devil room, and it was like, I don't remember exactly what happened. It was, that's a good idea. I don't remember exactly what happened, but I walked into a devil room, and it was like Death's List, and I was like, Death's List, and then it rolled into Brimstone, and I was like, oh my god, this is the best character in the game. Let's go, he's so good. And then ever since then, I'm like, okay, he's the best character in the game, and I don't know if he's better than, he's not my favorite character, but I think he's objectively insane. He's so much fun to play. His only downside is that you can only hold 8 items, but once you can just get over that and realize how strong he is, like you just basically create your own build on this character. You can take all the health ups in the world and you don't have to worry about it. They're just placeholders or inventory. He's a great character. He's amazing. You basically have a shitty glitch crown passive. You have a 1/7 of a glitch crown passive, and it makes for an amazing character. It makes for an amazing character. Great character. Definitely streak tier for me. Amazing. I think he has two. I forget. No, he's just Isaac's stats, right? He's literally just copy paste of Isaac's stats. I think just no d6, 8 inventory slots, and yeah, that's streak tier. He's an incredible character, super duper strong. Super duper strong. This guy's broken in co-op for sure. Tainted Isaac is definitely S tier in co-op. That's a for sure. So for me, I love Tainted Maggie, but this lady definitely needs a push. That's for sure. For clearing rooms, she's amazing. But just in general, I think she needs a push. I love this character. I'm personally all for the slam. She might even be decent. Is she decent? No, I think she needs a push, actually. She kind of does need a push. Against bosses, she needs more than a push. Against bosses with big health bars, she needs more than a push. She needs a team behind her, that's for sure. Against most of the time I'm having fun, because think about it. Most of the time you're playing this game, you're clearing rooms, right? You're min-maxing, unless you're playing fast, but still, even so. Most of the time you're spending in this game is clearing rooms. This character is like the best room clear in the game, literally. You just tug all the enemies with no repercussions. There's no punishment. You cannot be punished. Sometimes you get in an awkward position where you got no hearts left. You gotta sit there and shoot some enemies for a while on your really bad tiers. But I think most of the time I'm having a lot of fun on this character, but she definitely does need a push, that's for sure. She is a lot of fun for me, but against bosses, she's not a lot of fun. Against bosses, she's anti-fun. So it's got to be somewhere in the middle, you know? And I think this is a good spot for her. I think that is a good spot for her. Next, we have... Is this... We're on to Tainteds now? Yeah, we're on to Tainteds now. Damn. We are kind of... I feel like we're going through this really fast. So nobody's bad yet? Nobody's bad yet. Tainted Cain is bad. Tainted Cain is bad. Because I'm going to consider my playthrough using the item description mod on this character. This character is bad. Good job. This character is bad. Send it in my Discord if you feel inclined. Cain is bad. Tainted Cain is bad. And I'm just gonna consider my playthrough with the item description mod. I did pretty much my entire checklist in one run because item description mod Archie, easy game. That was like a 6-hour run. I was not having fun the entire time. Like, there was no fun. I'm sorry, Safi. There was no fun to be had. The prospect of being able to do 9 check marks in one run is incredible, or 10 check marks, right? 10 check marks in one run. That's amazing. That's amazing. That doesn't make the character fun for me ever. He's not bloat tier. He's not who are you. He's definitely not 5 gifted subs, but he's just bad, and he's very bad. If you consider playing him without dex mod, he's bloat tier. No item description mod, he's bloat tier. But item description mod, he's still bad. Item description mod, he's still bad. In terms of raw power, though, everyone knows he's the strongest character in the game. But in terms of fun, he's terrible. In terms of fun, he's real bad. Let's take a peek at the... Let's take a peek at the co-op tier list real quick. Isaac, good. Normal Bethany. Normal Bethany, definitely good for angel deals. Let me open this in a browser. Yeah, there we go. Normal Isaac, Tainted Isaac, very good. I think Tainted Lost is also very good. Very cool, very cool. Yeah, I think these characters together, Tainted Maggie and Tainted Eve, are so good. The combination of these two characters is a win. You put Tainted Maggie and Tainted Eve together, and I like how you put them together on the tier list. Those characters will do the craziest things together in a co-op match. Tainted Lilith is a beast. Tainted Keeper, I think, is really good in a... Yeah, of course. You're melting everything on these guys, which is just strong. You like to see in Azazel because you're gonna get easy boss fights. You just give this guy 1 damage up in 1 range. He's happy, and then you're happy because the bosses are gonna die instantly. Everything in the room is gonna die instantly. That is very cool for sure. I like that for sure. Very cool. Forgotten, very cool. I like the Forgotten, so very cool. He might not be amazing in co-op, but you have to consider the one-way curse room access. There's a lot of stuff that this guy can do for you. He can open chests for you across gaps and stuff. There's a he can do stuff. He can do stuff. Tainted Keeper, I think, is definitely amazing in co-op because yeah, it's just Tainted Keeper. You're getting infinite money. He makes your shops better. He's giving you the money to acquire those amazing shops. It's just amazing. Just play well, yeah. These are strong characters, but you definitely have to play well. And yeah, I would say Tainted Judas is not as powerful as... Honestly, though, I think Tainted Judas might be very cool if you're playing well, though. If you're playing well, Tainted Judas is really cool because you can like delete tiers for your teammates. Think about like going crazy with Dark Arts and you're just like deleting all the tiers in the room and your teammates can't take damage and neither are you because you're Tainted Judas. Tainted Judas is super cool for me. Super cool for me. Tainted Samson is epic. Azazel epic. Tainted Bethany epic. Tainted Bethany might go... Nah, because she's going to take away your red hearts. Nah, Tainted Bethany will take away your red hearts. But so will Tainted Eve. Tainted Eve's better, though. Why? Yeah, kind of why. Tainted Lost gives you better item pool, but like, why? But like, why are you playing that guy? Are you like... Like, what? Why are you playing that guy? What are you doing? What are you doing? Please don't. I think Tainted Jacob is good in co-op. I think Tainted Jacob's really good in co-op. Is better pool only for Lost. Other character enjoy health up and revive. Oh, you're good. Or you're right. Yeah, you're right. Other characters do want health. You're right. That's a good point. Other characters do want health. That's true. I think Tainted Jacob's really good in co-op though, because Dark Esau's the strongest thing in the whole game. Dark Isao is insanely strong. Like this guy melts everything literally. I was literally doing a co-op match with this guy with Ark and Popo and fuck, was it just me? I think it was just me, Ark and Popo. I can't remember if anyone else is playing with us, bro. Dark Isao carries, he carries. But I could see please don't. You have to be locked. The Tainted Jacob player has to be playing well. I think if you're playing well with Tainted Jacob, this character's pretty strong in co-op. With very high ping? Yeah, sure, yeah, with very high ping. Don't play this character on very high ping. No, that's Tainted Eden, right? Right, is that no or is that normal Eden? Is that normal Eden? Yeah, no. Eden's okay, but also just so random. Tainted Cain is. I like how you have. Why do you have Tainted Apollo? I like these tiers. Okay, I'm looking deeper into the tiers. You meant to swap Eden and Tainted Eden? Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. Lilith Evil Keeper? Yes, literally. Normal Keeper is literally against. Literally, Tainted Normal Keeper is so troll. I was literally saying that the other night in co-op. Normal Keeper is the most troll thing ever. You're fucking scuffing the devil deals every time you get hit. You're punishing your team. You're taking money away from your team every time you take damage. Apollyon is definitely a Linger Bean tier. Jacob and Esau is bad in co-op unless everyone is playing Jacob and Esau. Tainted Laz is, yeah. Tainted Laz is Linger Bean tier. Can you explain Tainted Apollyon being Tainted Apollyon tier and being at the very bottom though? Can you explain yourself? Can you explain the logic? I think Tainted Cain should be Linger Bean tier or Tainted Cain tier. Tainted Cain probably deserves his own tier as well, and it should be Tainted Cain tier below Tainted Apollyon, I think. Because like this guy can just yeah. I mean, he's gonna delete items. He's gonna delete items, but he can delete the bad ones at least. You know, at least he can delete the bad ones. Oh, he's the only character you know nothing about. Oh, okay, fair enough. That makes sense. He deletes stuff still. He still deletes stuff. I like that checklist or that checklist. The only thing I don't agree with, Tainted Cain needs his own tier. Tainted Cain bottom tier. You might be biased to Tainted Cain, but this guy in co-op needs to go. This guy in co-op is not allowed to exist. He's not allowed to exist in co-op. All right, back to my list. We did Tainted Cain last, right? Or Tainted Maggie? Tainted Isaac? Okay. Now we do Tainted Judy. Tainted Judy is amazing. Tainted Judy is without a doubt amazing. Might even be streak tier for me. I'm always having fun playing this character. There's never, even when I'm 1 HP dying, I'm still using Dark Arts. Like, I'm always having fun playing this character. Amazing. Don't know if streak tier because only black hearts. If could have red hearts, probably streak tier. Honestly, it might still be streak tier. So much fun. This character is sick. He's the trash can of the group. I respect it. I respect it. Tainted Cain is definitely the trash can. I agree. I think Tainted Judas is amazing. You start with 2 or 3 black hearts. You start with dark arts. Dark arts is amazing. Tainted Judas Dark Arts gives you extra damage. For every tier you block, for every enemy you hit with your Dark Arts pop, you gain damage, which is amazing. Everything about this character is amazing. I don't think he's streak tier, but he is amazing for sure. He might be streak tier, actually. No, he might be streak tier. This character is dope. He's probably bottom of streak tier, though. He's probably bottom of streak tier. He's so good. Like, he's so good. You can make the same argument, like, I was saying this, like, if you're performing at maximum capacity, playing the game at 100% maximum gamer, doing everything right, I feel like it's impossible to take damage on the Forgotten. You can just hide on your body, and you can't take damage from tiers. If you're about to take contact damage, you can dip with your body. Kind of similar idea with Judas, but it's not as strong because your Dark Arts has to charge. This guy can swap between him and his soul, like hot swap, so fast, so fast. No cooldown on that. This guy does have a cooldown on his thing. Which, yeah, I think he's bottom of streak tier for me. This character is amazing. I am always having fun playing this character. Yeah, literally always having fun playing this character. More fun than these guys. It's either top of amazing or bottom of streak tier. I'm gonna go top of amazing, actually. We'll see. Yeah, top of amazing. That makes sense. That makes sense to me. Not being able to have red hearts is a little inconsistent for a streak. Like, in terms of... That's a little inconsistent. But I would play this character 20 times in a row and I would love it. The streak is not just considering, like, oh, Eden's streak. It's considering, would you want to play this character a bunch of times in a row and would you have fun doing it? Probably. But I don't think, nah, I don't think could streak. I don't think so. He's amazing and I have a lot of fun playing him. Let's just say that. Tainted Blue Baby is... In terms of how much fun I have playing this character, you also have to consider this is not... I've said this a couple times. This is not strongest characters. This is my favorite characters, pretty much, in order. Just my complete biased opinions here. My favorite characters in the game. This guy, how much fun I had doing his checklist, genuinely decent. I had more fun playing this character than I did Tainted or normal Apollyon, that's for sure. This character is mediocre, actually. Again, I think I had this set for a reason. I think I did have more fun playing Laz than I did Apollyon. That's so hard for me to say. That is very... No, you definitely did not. I keep trying to figure out... Maybe I should put them together. I'll put them both in decent. How about I put them next to each other? I feel like that's fair. If I can't figure out which one I had more fun playing, then I feel like... Yeah. This guy mediocre, though. This guy definitely mediocre. But I'm like... Sometimes he's fun, but sometimes he's awful. He's chaotic, which is a lot of fun. The chaos in the runs is a lot of fun. But he's tough and annoying. And he makes you use your brain. And he makes you use brain, which sucks. Using brain is so trash. Using brain is so lame. Like, having to think about my poops and the poop combos and all that stuff. That's tough. And this guy doesn't get... He's better than normal Blue Baby, but... I think this makes sense. He's very mediocre. He's super mediocre. Really mediocre, yeah. Not as fun as these characters, for sure. Like, with the Apollyon, at least I can do something. Sometimes I'll use Void and I'll get a damage up and then I'm happy. When am I really happy playing this character? When I find a secret room after having to cycle through 8 poops to find it? This character's room clear is good, but he's not fun to play. He's mediocre. I'll look at your tier list after I'm gonna try and wrap this up and then we'll look at yours. Yeah, you're happy when you get you're happy when you get that item and then yeah. Literally. That is the only run that I had fun on this character, was when I got number 2 and I had bombs again. That's the only run that I had fun playing this character, literally, and I can't move him on the tier list just because of that one item. There's no way. The one item in the game, there's no way I can move him because of that. Tainted Eve, though. This character might be amazing, but I think she's top of good. Once you get going, this character does need a push, but I have fun playing this character at a lot of times. Like, when I get punished on this character, I know it's my fault. When I lose all of my clots on this character, I know that it's my fault. I know that, like, she's good. She's top of good, I think. She's top of good. She's really good. She's really good. She only needs a single stat up or status effects. Head of Keeper's infinite money too. Oh yeah, true. Yeah, exactly. She has infinite health. No, this character is amazing, actually. No, this character is amazing. I forgot. This character has, like, one of the most secure late games I've ever seen in my life. Late game, you have 20 clots, and you have 2 full bars of health. You have 8 full bars of health. This character cannot die. She has a really rough early game, but so much fun on this character. Her ramping is insane. Way better than normal Eve, way better than normal Judas. In terms of, like, ramping strength and how fun the runs do become, definitely she's amazing. She's definitely amazing. Some of my most fun runs were with this character. I was literally thinking when I was playing this character, damn, is this my favorite character? But I was thinking the same thing playing Judas, and I don't think they're my favorite characters, but the power is amazing. I remember thinking, damn, they fucking cooked with Repentance. Playing this character, playing Judas, playing Eve, playing Isaac, and some other characters, some other tainted characters, I was literally just like sitting there with my like this, like damn, they kicked ass on B side. Like they did so good with these characters. The knife Babylon is really cool too. That's an interaction that you're not going to see all the time, but that is really it's really cool when it does happen. Tainted Samson now. I think Eve belongs in Amazing. The more I think about it, the more I remember how fucking godly this character is. So good. So good, this character. Now, Tainted Samson. I think Tainted Samson. I think he's really good. I don't know if he's amazing. I remember when I first played him, I was having the time of my life. When I first played him, top of amazing. But he can be annoying sometimes. I don't really like missing out on deals, and it feels like for his playstyle, you kind of just have to Oonga Boonga run into the enemies. I think he's really good. I think Tainted Samson's really good. Yeah, that is one of the only issues with this character. You get to a point where you're swapping instantly. You're swapping. You get an amazing build, but you don't get to use it because you're swapping instantly. Yeah, his room clear is amazing. Doing rushes with this character feels really good. He might be amazing just for that. My friend's gonna swing by shortly. He might be amazing just for his rushes. Room clear, amazing. Way better than Tainted Maggie. Like, Tainted Maggie on steroids. You literally can't die. You're playing Tryndamere. If you know who Tryndamere is, you're literally playing Tryndamere. You can't die on this character. You're too angry to die. It's amazing. Yeah. You have bomb immunity when raging? Really? There's bomb immunity when raging? That's not gonna make me change him. How much fun I have playing this character? How much fun I have playing this character, though. More than normal Samson. More than Azazel, more than Lost. More than Azazel, I think. I think I do have more fun playing Azazel than I do this character. Yeah. I think he is amazing, actually. Yeah. He's more fun to me than Azazel, that's for sure. That's for sure. This character literally can't die. It's impossible to die. You can you can go for like 5 rooms on 0 heart canisters if you just keep bonking stuff. And that is one of the most satisfying things ever. Yeah, I think that makes sense to me. Tainted Azazel. Tainted Azazel. He's top of good. He's not as good as normal Azazel. No flight. It's kind of lame. No flight's kind of lame. If you can utilize his sneeze, this character is broken. If you're at all times using his sneeze properly, he's top of amazing, I think. I think he's better than normal Azazel if you are at all times using his sneeze properly. But nobody's going to do that. It's impossible. I was saying this before. I was talking to my friend Popo. I think that a 1.0 brim all of the time is better than a 1.5 brim sometimes or most of the time, because it's never going to be every time. You're never getting the maximum value out of your like out of your sneeze. There's always going to be times where you can't use it. He does have a full range spectral brim, which is amazing, but I don't think that is amazing. A full range spectral brim is he is amazing. No, he's amazing, but he's not as good as normal Azazel. Okay, yeah. Yeah, he's amazing, but he's not as good as normal Azazel. His full range brim is insane. He can still get red hearts just like normal Azazel. Yeah. Yeah. That makes sense. That makes sense. He's just not as good as normal Azazel. I feel like this makes perfect sense to me. Oh, it totally works. The hemotipsis, or however you say it, his sneeze, it works on all brimstones. It's just a synergy with brimstone. So it will totally work. It will totally work. Tainted Eden. Tainted Eden's good. Tainted Eden's good. In terms of how much fun I'm playing, in terms of how much fun I'm having, this character's pretty good. I'm gonna be honest. This character doesn't need a push. He's definitely more than decent. I think he's good. In terms of how much fun I'm having playing this character, this is good. This is a good character. Very fun. Very, very fun. You just pick up a bunch of passive items. That's literally all I think when I'm playing this character. If you watch my video of me playing greed mode on this character, literally I'm just passive item. Passive item. Passive item. Thank you. Give me all the passive items. I don't care if it's box. I don't care if it's pageant boy. I don't care. I will take it. We're rolling it. We are rolling it. We're going angel deals. Give me passive items. Give me more passive items. It feels so good when you have 50 passive items and then you just roll into 5 tier 4 items and then you're just sitting there like, this is the best. This character is amazing. He even has a bug active on him right now that Frail was telling me about. That you can roll into all angel or devil items. I never actually used that bug, but that if you're using that bug, he might be streak tier. If you're using that bug, he might be streak tier or amazing. But for me, very fun character. I like this guy a lot. At first, I was intimidated by him because, okay, every time you take damage, you get clapped. Oh man, I love my Sacred Heart and Abaddon opens cursed chest. Isaac, yeah, but then shit, then you just touch another spike, boom, another build. This character is hella fun to me. Like I said, or like I was saying, at first I was intimidated by this guy, a little bit scared to play this guy, but he's just genuinely a lot of fun. I don't remember having any hard clears on him. I think they were all fun. I'm trying to remember a hard clear. I don't think there were any. It was all actually a good time. Not amazing, but good. Fun time on this character. Tainted Lost. I'm gonna have to think about this one for a little bit. I'm gonna have to think about this one. Let me also look at the list and see how I feel about it. Let me digest this for a little bit. I think Eden might be a little high. Obviously, a bunch of people are gonna put if people were using my list, a bunch of people would be putting Eden in streak tier, but this is not their list. This is not their list, of course. This looks really good. This looks really good to me so far. This looks like perfect to me so far. Where's Tainted Lost? I think Tainted Lost. Where's Tainted Lost? Where's Tainted Lost? Tainted Lost is kind of bloat tier. I'm not gonna lie. So the runs that you get when you're at the top of your Tainted Lost run, it's amazing. When you're at the top of your Tainted Lost run, it's amazing. When you're Comment Bagel, this character is streak tier. When you're Cobalt, this character is streak tier. When you're at the peak of your Tainted Lost runs, this is the best character in the game. Generally, this guy's bloat tier. He's not 5 gifted subster because he's fun. He's fun. He's fun though. He's fun though. But he's fun though. But I actually do enjoy this character. He's decent. In terms of how much fun, I'm trying to average out the amount of fun I have playing this character. So sometimes we're having fun, but at all times we're terrified. At all times we're terrified. So how does the heartache balance out with the fun we're having? This character definitely needs a push, right? I think he's probably top of needs a push tier, right? I think that makes sense. Yeah. Doesn't that just make perfect sense? Yeah. I think that makes perfect sense. So we talked about we've been kind of discussing what all the characters do. Some characters don't really need a description. This character starts with one shield. You get a holy card. It shields you. Character gets better item pools. You're not gonna get those health ups that the normal loss is gonna get. No revives though. You don't get any defensive items on this character. You don't get any health ups. You don't get any damage ups. So your item pools are very, 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 very good. But you have one hit unless things go in your favor. Unless the game decides to give you some holy cards, you maybe get a starter deck. You start printing holy cards. Blank cards happen, of course. Some of my runs were blank card runs for my Tainted Lost. He needs a push. This character is the definition of needs a push. That's for sure. He is fun though. He is fun, just like all of these other characters. He is fun, but he definitely is the definition of needs a push, I think. The definition. Tainted Lilith. Tainted Lilith is amazing. Tainted Lilith is probably top of amazing. Not streak tier. Definitely not streak tier. But she's amazing. She's a lot of fun. Super strong. This character is the only character in the game, I think, that... This character and this character, probably. I think I can put them... Honestly. All four of these characters, kind of. I think they're in a pretty decent order. These two characters, for sure. I'll put Lilith first. I think I want to put Azazel back here, though. I'm not sure. So the argument that I was going to make was, this character does not need items. This character is so strong, she literally doesn't need items. It's insane how powerful this character is. Ridiculous. She starts with innate C-section Jello. I don't really know how to describe her. I think she's red heart and 2 black hearts, just like her normal variant. She basically has Jello come out of her stomach. It's a smack Jello. It will smack you and deal her damage. It deals a ton of damage. A ton of damage. A ton. Like, you are knocking stuff out in the early floors, and she's always strong, literally. I feel like this is one of the only characters. I feel like I have to put Azazel up higher, because this character literally doesn't need items. But, in terms of how much fun I have playing them, I think Azazel does go down here. I enjoy Tainted Samson more. This makes sense to me. This character is just, 1, so fun to play. But 2, just so strong. More fun than Tainted Judas, though? More fun than Tainted Eve, though. Yeah, more fun than Tainted Eve, but not more fun than Tainted Judas. Remember, this is fun. This is my personal fun having. This is not strength at all. This is not strength at all. This is my enjoyment of the video game. That's how this list is going. Tainted Keeper. This might be my favorite character. Streak tier, though? Yeah. I would play this character 20 times in a row, and I'd love... Yep. He's right under the Forgotten. Yep. I'm just remembering my clear on this guy. This might have been my most fun clear in the game. He might be top of streak tier. But again, I don't know if I would, like, actually attempt to streak the character, though. So, I'm going to put him below the Forgotten for now. This was such a fun clear. Okay, most fun A-side clear, most fun B-side clear. Right? Right? This character is so strong. 2 coin hearts, quad shot. You can only get hit once. It's kind of like the Lost with no flight spectral. But quad shot, you're a fucking beast. You're shotgunning every enemy to death. This character has the craziest shops you've ever seen. You'll walk into a shop and see Polyphemus sometimes. You'll see the craziest stuff you've ever seen. You walk into a shop and see a damage up. You see... you walk into a shop and you'll see 4 tier 3 items sometimes on this character. It's insane. He's so much fun to play. He is so much fun to play. Maybe my favorite character. I'm not sure. These are the 2. This is 1 and 2 right here for sure. This is 1 and 2 for sure. Amazing character. Always fun to play. Even if you're dying, it's still fun. It's still fun, even if you're dying. This character is amazing. 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 More than amazing though. He's the best. He's one of the best. Tainted Apollyon. Tainted Apollyon. For me, he's not amazing, but I think he's the top of good. Tainted Apollyon clear was really fun. He doesn't feel as good to play. You know? I think Tainted Azazel has to go down to just good, actually. I think, yeah. This is also a little bit of recency bias. There's a little bit of recency bias. But this character feels better to play to me than Tainted Azazel. Having the Locust Swarm late game feels amazing. Being able to... This character, again, feels like he has agency. This character feels like he has more agency than Apollyon. Because with Apollyon, I find that I void my range up and I get a range up for less range up than my original range up was gonna give me, and then I'm like, I'm not too happy with that, you know. But it happens, you know. It's just a part of the game. This guy, I can trade my range up for a fly that's gonna deal damage, and then I can trade these items that are going to do nothing for me for something that is going to deal damage for me forever. That is amazing. The character is not amazing. I don't have the greatest time playing him, but he is really good, and I do have fun playing him. Not more fun than any of these characters, but I would say, in terms of clearing, it was more fun than these characters. It was a good time. It was a good time, I think. It was. It was a good time. Tainted Forgotten. Tainted Forgotten does not compare to his normal, does not compare to his normal variant. In terms of how much fun I have playing this character, though, it's a good time. I'm gonna be honest. It's a good time. Probably right under Tainted Azazel. This character is a lot of fun for me. He's a lot of fun. I felt like I got pretty good at using him when I was playing him during his checklist. I felt like I got really good at manipulating where you're throwing him. He's really strong against some stuff. It feels some interactions you get on this character, it feels so good when you get it. Like when you're versing Haunt, you just can hold Haunt in the corner. You can throw your boy at Haunt, and Haunt is just stuck in the corner. It's GG easy. It's so good. The only whoopsie daisy. The only downside to this character is that he's all soul hearts. Very dodging focused, very dodging centered. You're playing. The description of this character is literally deadweight. You're playing as the soul from the original Forgotten. You're playing as the soul carrying the body of the Forgotten. You chuck this motherfucker. You throw him and he deals a bunch of damage if you land it, and then the Forgotten body will just sit there and he'll beat people up based on the direction that you aim him. This has some really cool interactions, very strong. Has some cool synergies as well, some really, really cool synergies, I'll just say that. Without going into too much detail. C-Section's one of the coolest. He's a good character. Not more fun than Apollyon or Azazel to me, but more fun than... Yeah, there's a lot of fun for me. Definitely a little bit of bias because of how much I love the normal Forgotten. Just being able to play the Bone guy feels good. You get free Curse Room access. All your Curse Rooms are free on this character. All of them. You have insane traversal. You can stand in a doorway, chuck yourself through the doorway, chuck yourself through the doorway. You can travel a whole map in like no bullshit a couple seconds just by flinging your body through doors. It's super duper satisfying for me. Just that alone is very fun. I like that a lot. I enjoy that a lot from the character. Tainted Bethany. Tainted Bethany is... There's definitely too many tiers, but I also like this. There's too many tiers, but I think I like this. I think I like this. Tainted Bethany is... Yeah, I feel like there might be a bit too many tiers. Maybe we can adjust it a little bit. Because, like, Tainted Bethany is really, really good. Better than normal Bethany for me. Tainted Bethany is, like, really, really good for me. She might be amazing. See, the amazing tier is getting filled up, but there are a lot of amazing characters in this game. See, I might need to bump down Lost. I might need to bump down Eden. Some characters need to get bumped down, I think. We'll figure it out. Again, I do really like what I'm looking at. The bottom of the... Like, despite there being no characters in the bottom of the list, the bottom of the list just makes perfect sense to me. It could also just me. It could just be me being silly. But that just makes perfect sense to me. To me, Tainted Bethany, though. Super fun. Super duper fun. You go into some rooms. You save up some soul hearts or some red hearts. You go into a secret room and you just spam your button. You just get a bunch of secret room items randomly. You can do it with planetariums. Lots of cool stuff you can do. I think she's good. Where's Normal Beth? There's Normal Beth. This character way more fun than normal Apollyon. For me. Definitely, yeah. Yeah, I think this makes sense. Top of good tier. This character is amazing. So her gimmick, you start with I used to pronounce it Lemegton, but I don't think that's how you say it. I've been watching other content creators. They call it Lemageddon? Lemageddon, I think? You're a nerd. They call it Lemageddon, I think, right? She starts with Lemageddon. Very cool. Very cool item. Very, very strong tier 3 item. I prefer Lemageddon over the other book, Book of Virtues. Super cool stuff you can do with this item. You can hold on to... You can get a Tech X Wisp in the first room. That's literally what happened when I was playing co-op with Ark the other day. I played this character, Tech X Wisp, first room into Almond Milk in the first treasure room. Definitely a little bit of recency bias, but this character is amazing. If you can hold on to your Wisps, the Wisps ramp much faster than normal Bethany. Much, much faster. It's a very fun, very fun. This character also, I'm very biased to having protection to your deals. This is a Soul Heart character. You always have deal protection. That's super strong. Your deals are always protected. That's like really, really good. That's really good for me, and that's gonna put her high on the list just because of that. Just for that reason. Soul Heart protection, or being only Soul Hearts, you have deal protection permanently. That's amazing. It's amazing, but she's not. I don't have more fun. I don't have too much fun playing this character because it can all go to shit really fast. You can be having an amazing time and then boom, you make one mistake, gone. Gone to your run. Gone to your run. You lose all your power. Just snap of your fingers. The same thing had happened with Tainted Eve. But it's a lot more skill issue, I feel like, on Tainted Eve. Because you have your Sumptorium. On this, the Wisps are kind of like Jesus take the wheel. With Sumptorium, you kind of have control on if you're gonna lose all your clots or not. Now, Tainted Jacob was one of my favorite B-side clears. This character is so much fun. He's so much fun. I don't think he needs a push at all. I think he's really good. I think he might be top of good tier. Or right below Bethany, maybe. This character is a really, really fun. Like, a lot of people complain about him. A lot of people don't like him. I think he's a lot of fun. It's a very... He might be above the Lost for me. I think he might actually be above the Lost for me. Free Devils, flight every floor, that's amazing. It's literally just a character that if you play well, you're going to get rewarded for it. If you can learn how to manipulate Esau well, Dark Esau well, this character is amazing and so much fun to play. So much fun to play. You wreck the first couple floors with this character. If you can manipulate Esau well, you wreck everything. Literally, you wreck everything in the game with this character. He is so strong. He is a lot of fun. Definitely not streak tier. I don't know if he's good, and I think he's more fun than the Lost to me, though, which is why I'm starting to think there's too many tiers. I need to remove, like, maybe one tier and try and bump some people down a little bit, maybe adjust some stuff. I also like this. This character is so much fun. So much fun. Free Devil deals. You have Dark Issa that deals 1 billion damage. If you make a mistake, you get punished really hard. It's like a Lost, kind of. But you have more control. You have more control. There's a lot of tactical damage. Basically free white fire every floor. True. There's a lot of tactical damage on this character. Lots of as Arula would say, tactical damage. And Frail said red heart. There's a lot of red heart opportunities on this character. Or health opportunities rather on this character. Very true. One of my favorite characters. Maybe even more fun than Tainted Eve. Probably more fun than honestly, right under Tainted Judas for me. So much fun. Not streak tier, just due to the nature that your run is never guaranteed on this character. One mistake, you lose. So I wouldn't want to play him probably 20 times. I probably wouldn't want to play him a bunch of times in a row. But he's super fun. Probably my second favorite B-side clear. Besides Tainted Keeper. Super duper fun character. Very strong. Tainted Lazarus, bloat tier. No explanation needed, right? Who are you? Honestly, who are you? Who is that guy? Who is that guy? He's 2 people. He's 2 people in 1. Who is that guy? Yippee! I'm trying to think if I want to adjust anything. This looks pretty solid to me, honestly. Let me do like... Let's give a quick little rundown on this checklist. See how we feel about it. I think the streak tier is solid. This is not getting updated. Amazing. In terms of how much fun I had playing the game on these characters, the Lost is gonna have to go down, I think. No, Lost is sick. Lost is sick. I think Eden has to go down. It's so hard. There might just be a couple too many tiers. This character is looking more like a decent to me, actually. He's a lot of fun, but taking away, like, the bias of how much I really like normal Forgotten, this guy's more of a decent to me. He's a lot of fun, but there's a lot of times where he's not fun at all. Some fights, he's really, really annoying, and I think I have to take that into account. Some fights, he's really, really annoying. And same with this lady. Same with this lady. I think I have to bump her down a notch just because of how, against some really high HP fights, she can suck. This character can suck really bad. Eve, I think the needs a push tier is, like, fucking perfect, honestly. But again, Maggie made sense in needs a push. Sometimes she needs a lot more than a push to, against, like, say, a Mega Satan, against a Delirium, a Beast, she needs a lot more than a push, I think, honestly. She needs way more than a push. She needs a whole team behind her. This is Tainted Lost, right? Yeah, that guy totally needs a push. Definition of needs a push right there. But if we're gonna be honest, he's mediocre. If we're gonna be honest, he's a pretty mediocre, and he's not that fun. The fun is not, you're more scared. You're way more terrified than you are having fun on this character. At least me. He's too scary for me. Too scary. Yeah. I think I like this. I think I like this. Tainted Laz might be 5 gifted subs. Nah, Tainted Laz is definitely Who Are You. Definitely Who Are You. I think I like this. I think this fits. I think it's good. It's obviously my tier list, so you guys are probably thinking this is super scuffed and stuff should be in a bunch of other places, but is this good? Am I happy with this? I think I am. Tainted Keeper might have been more fun than the Forgotten, though. Nah, Forgotten's sick. Forgotten is sick. I think Eden is good. Maggie needs a push. Because she's slow. You know, she's literally slow. Genuinely, like, I'm just trying to make sure, like, I might have had some bad takes, but as long as they're my takes, that's all that matters. And I want to make sure I'm sticking with all my takes, and want to stand on business. Want to stand on business. These characters are decent. Laz kind of bad, honestly. Laz kind of bad, but nah, T Lost kind of bad. Laz kind of mediocre. Yeah. Yeah. Maybe we just remove bloat tier. Or we remove Who Are You and make that bloat tier. I feel like that makes sense, right? I think I like all of these guys being in the same category. In that order, too. See, now that looks spiffy. Now I think that looks really good. Maggie needs to go top of decent tier. I want to make sure this is, like, accurate to my brain. Normal Isaac better than Tainted Isaac. Don't want to leave any loose ends here. Don't want to leave any loose ends. Want to make sure this is perfect. Mm-hmm. Having Tainted Eden above Eden is actually such a fucking boiling take. That is a boiling take. Fucking service of the sun take right there. Yeah. I think this is perfect. I think this is perfect. Yeah, I like this. I'm a fan. We might even remove 5 gifted subs tier. 5 gifted subs tier might even go. Yeah, I think I'll remove 5 gifted subs tier. Nah, Jacob Esau needs his own tier. I explained my reasoning for this guy having his own tier. You cannot dodge on this character. You cannot dodge. Any other character in the game, you can have perfect movement and dodge everything in the game. Most of the time. Sometimes you get a bullshit room where you walk in and you get telefragged by like a random explosive right in front of you. Some things happen, you know? Things do happen in this game, but the normal rules do not apply to Jacob and Esau, and that's why he belongs in his own tier. And I would never... These guys, I would probably play again and not hate my life. I would totally take money to play them, but... These guys I would probably play for no money. This guy, I'm not playing. Not playing. No shot. Awful character. I don't know how Breezy likes this character. He's got something wrong with him. Breezus is a psychopath. Again, I'm probably just bad at the game. I could just be bad at the video game. Yeah, I like it. I think that's my list. Let's lock that in. Let's lock in those answers. Let's lock in those answers. Alright, cool. That was fun. It took me about 2 hours. It took me about 2 hours to do that. Not bad. Did I download it? I think I did. Ranking Isaac bosses based on how good of a head they can give? No way. Unpleasant. To best head. What makes you think Bumbo is giving good head? Cause he's got no teeth? He's got the gummers? I cannot believe what I'm looking at. I cannot believe what I'm looking at, Safi. I cannot believe what I'm looking at right now. Unpleasant. Unpleasant. Let me send my tier list real quick. Where is it? I'm struggling here. Okay, there we go. Now it's saved. Alright, let's look at this. The most cursed thing I've ever seen in my life. There's no way. So, according to Safi Chu, ranking Isaac bosses based on how good of a head they can give. I can make this its own YouTube video. Let me see if there's any boiling hot takes. I feel like I can't think about this too much. The more I think about this, the more problems there are. No, I'm gonna end up in jail. No, I'm gonna end up in jail. I'm gonna end up in jail. We're done. We're done with this. We're done with this. We're done. Okay. No, I don't want to go to jail. I'll leave that for everyone's imaginations. Yo, Rulo. Thank you for the lurk. We just finished our tier list. Look at this. You like the tier list? This is my tier list in terms of how much I had fun doing their clears. How much fun I had playing the character. Oh, Rulo, did you see this? Did you see Safi's tier list? Which character gives the best? This seems like something that you would be interested in. Safi's list according to which enemies in the game would give the best head. I told myself I couldn't look too deep into this because I don't want to go to jail. And I'm going to leave that to everyone's imagination. That's where we're going to leave that.